da 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 da. Oh, hey Instagram, it's me, T from the Pattersons. Take the train to the bed, and it's a Sunday. Sunday night to be exact. So you know what that means. If I can find a book more, it's a Tagore reading. Well, we're in India, so every Sunday I read, and then I riff off the reading. And since we're in India, I picked Tagore because Tagore is the guy, the man, the myth, the legend. And so I got to put on my reading glasses. Then I got to find out. See, now here's what happens. You would think, I mean, because I got, okay, on Sundays, okay, we're Tagore right now, right? On Mondays is a me day, right? The evening readings. I say evenings because I have this morning reading I do, which is it's a Grand Rising report, but don't worry about that. Something else. Now on Tuesdays, the me days, Mondays, right? Tuesdays is like I deal with U.S. stuff, U.S. meaning the United States of North America stuff. Okay. Then on Wednesday, I think with world stuff. These are the so-called focused themes. They don't always. Sometimes they meld together. They don't always go strict. Anyway, but actually on Thursday we stay on audio drama because audio drama is my thing. So audio dramas on Thursdays. On Fridays, it's like a week wrap up. Yeah, week wrap up. Rack up the week. Okay, I'm sorry. Look, I'm not a jokester. I'm not even really a poet. I'm a wordsmith, and that doesn't matter. But on Saturdays, it's like whatever comes to my head. And Sundays is we're reading. It's just about poetry. So Sundays, see now, I try to be consistent. Like when I do the posts, the evening posts, they're usually about 6 o'clock, something like that evening, right before sundown, something like that. Because the morning reports are about 6 o'clock, because that's the Grand Rising, you see? I say morning was Grand Rising. So I try to do like that. But Sunday is kind of strange, because I'll be working on a poem all week long. When I say working on a poem, like I said, I'm a wordsmith. I'm not really a poet. So I've been working on words, right? It usually starts it used to start on like a Tuesday, and then by Thursday, I get it done, and Friday, Saturday I might present, but it's all been whatever now. So things come to my head, and I might write something down. So I'm actually have a title and a subtitle for my next consalvo for like next Sunday, because I present on the Sunday at Fertile East, at Johnny's place, So I posted that. Why am I explaining all this? You don't care about that. Let's get to some to go on, right? So I think I do have the bookmark right there, and I'm gonna read this thing. I read it earlier when I just sort of glance over them. If I pick it, when I pick it out. But then it's really a cold reading. Let me tell you something. I'm not a very good reader. So what happens is, since I'm doing this weekly, I figure, but I should do a sort of rehearse, read it over, But this particular one, I didn't. I picked it out. So this is going to be good. Then I totally forgot what it was because I've been so busy doing some other stuff. So I didn't rehearse it. So it's like a cold reading. So we're going to try it. Like I said, I don't even remember what the theme was. I got to figure out the thing as I go along, what we're going to riff on. Ready? Here we go. Oh, it's from Tagore. It's called Gitcha Tanja. I forget that. It's from a book, Song Offering. Oh, it's backwards for you. Song Offering. Tagore. You're not going to pick it up anyway, so, just pick up any Tagore. How you spell Tagore? You spell it Tagore. And I don't even think he has an accent over the thing. Okay. So this is number 88. Oh, and it's pretty. Is it a whole? Oh, good. It's number 88 on page 93, and it's this one right here. That's 1.9. That's right there. See, it's pretty long because usually they're short like this. It's pretty long. I used to get one page, sometimes a page and a half. Okay, so back to 88 for this. Here we go. Deity of the ruined temple, the broken wings, Vrena, sing no more your praise. The bells in the evening proclaim not your time of worship. The air is still and silent about you. In your desolate dwelling comes the vigilant spring breeze. It brings the tidings of flowers, the flowers that for your worship are offered no more. Your worshippers of old wanderers, ever longing for favor, still refused. In the eventide, when fires and shadows mingle with the gloom of dusk, he wearily comes back to the ruined temple with hunger in his heart. Many a festival day comes to you in silence. Deity of the ruined deity of the ruined temple. Many a night of worship goes away with lamp unlit. Many new images are built by masters of cunning art and carried to the holy stream of oblivion with their time to come. Oh, let me read that one over again, it's wrong. Many new images are built with masters of cunning art and carried to the holy stream of oblivion when their time is come. Only the deity of the ruined temple remains, unworshipped in deathless neglect. I know why I did this. This is interesting because I've been in India long enough, that, let me go back just a little bit. Captain Ibrahim Tagore from Atlanta, up my people, I call him Commander Ibrahim, right? He's my commander-in-chief. Well, the Saudis, one of those Arab groups, they offered him something like 200 mosques. They was going to build 200 mosques, and he said, "Hey, yeah, mosques are cool. We got a lot of mosques. we got like 300 mosques, and a lot of them are not used, right? But we need kind of infrastructure we need is like schools and hospitals." So he refused their gift, right? And now people try to make a big deal of it, but he's probably saying he's Muslim, So they try to say like he's anti-Muslim, whatever. But he's saying, yo, man, I guess he's saying what all leaders should say. I'm for my people. My people need this. Mosques are cool, but we got plenty. We can pray, whatever have you. But if you're gonna give us something, don't give us no mosque. Well, don't give us no mosque. You know what he's saying, okay? Now here's the interesting thing. Okay, you have to remember, I'm here in India, and I've been here. I've dedicated myself to come here like 3 months out of the year, like January, February, March at least. I'm here until April, to the beginning of May, right? And I've been traveling in India for at least 20 years, on and off, mostly off. But the beginning, the first 20 years ago, and then maybe 18 years ago, I traveled extensively all throughout India. And then this last year, and then some other times. And this last year, last year I came back again, and just in the Oroville area, now in the Oroville area again. But I walk certain places. And there are places where there used to be a temple. There's no more, the temple is no longer there. So people build these, and people pray all the time. I'm doing some incense right now, and my incense guy, almost every place they might have, even my healing guy, they have a little altar, right? Sometimes outside the place, and when he comes in for his business, first thing he does is, gives a little prayer. My healing guy, they have inside, they have a thing, they give a little prayer. In fact, if you really, when I think about it, I'm going to be in Virginia, and I have a prayer to my family, my grandmother, my brother, this little remembrance thing like that, give a little prayer. Now, the Yoruba way, you're supposed to give a little food there because you're feeding the, anyway. And even now, I have my traveling thing. I have over there, my traveling guy that I got, the Marabou from Senegal when I had my defining trip or whatever, when I first came to Africa. He's over there along with a thing I got from Chimarenga, some salt, a little altar I have over there. Basically it's a travel altar. Travels with me because that card saves me all the time. When I'm stable, I make a little altar, little flowers. See, so this is not unheard of, but here's what I'm getting out of this thing. Because temples or whatever, institutions, if you will, they come and they go. Unless they're maintained, they got to be maintained by the faithful, let's put it that way. But if they go, then they go, In your desolate dwelling comes the vagrant spring breeze. Hey, tumbleweeds, like that cover, Your worship of old wanderers ever longing for favor still refused. Wow. I mean, this is heavy, Many a festival day come to you in silence. It's a festival day, but nobody's festivaling anymore. And this is what's happening. Let me put it this way. This is what's happening in the world today. You got a lot like okay, let's deal with the United States. Let's not, but you know, they want people to still worship them, so they start bombing people. They do what they think they do, and people are just ignoring them. You know, like what's happening in Africa. It's amazing what's happening in Sahel. You know, all these governments they've been for years they've been fleecing their own people. You know, letting their countries go to rot, become old temples and stuff like that. Hey, third brother, how you doing? They let the temples go to rot, let their countries go to rot. Well, I don't know, they abscond, whatever it is. But that's changing. It only took a Sahel 3 countries to make up their mind and become the example. And then, you know, the other people of the whatever, they can no longer sustain their temples, their means of worship, if you will. Because the people who used to come to worship, they say, no, we don't need this. We want that over there. Unless you're doing that. And so a lot of these people getting undergirded, undermined, look, they're getting undered. By pure example. You got a good temper. Look, I'm sorry, I got to skip around. I always do this. But hey, thank you, Tagore. Well, let me keep going. Let's say the point is this, right? We have a situation where, remember the so-called prosperity preachers and stuff like that? Well, they're going by the wayside too. Because people say, no, that's not true. So people are getting rid of the old institutions. They're letting old institutions rot and die and become tumbleweed. And because many new images are built by masters of cut. See, here's the thing. Now, when people are giving an example and real people are going, there's other people that's coming at the same time. That they are also masters of the cunning. They try to be cunning. What happened with that cat that went to Greenland with his wifey? You know, he's supposed to be the next, you know, the next in the line. The people don't ignore them. Get out of here! They didn't give him no pomp and circumstance. The boy had to leave. The people are more. Look, you're cunning people. They're trying to start new things, and then like this guy is in Gabon, right? He's a military thing. He thinks all these military people. I'm a military person. I'm gonna take over. Now I'm gonna dress like a politician. And the people ain't going for that either. They're saying no. So all the cunning people that you thought you knew, all the people that say we should be the country should be run by a business. No, people should be the country should be run by. They're out of favor. Whatever they create is going to be tumbleweeds right away. Going to be ignored. This is what Tagore said. Tagore said this long time ago. When was this published? Tagore said this. This is a book. This is an introduction by W.B. Yeats. Yeats is like, 100 years ago. Yeats, my boy. I like poet like that. He wrote the introduction to this book. So this got to be, look, published in 1912. Over 100 years ago, the same thing. These are cycles. These are cycles that happen. See this? Let me put this bookmark back in. I'll put the bookmark someplace else. Maybe I'll read another poem some other time. But these are cycles. And the cycle's repeating, but now every time the cycle repeats, people, the people who are trying to subjugate the people, they're getting smarter because now I've read Tagore. Everybody else has read Tagore. What happened back then, he's talking about what happened then, but it's happening now. So you're saying, hey, we have a reference for this. This happened before. This is how it's going to end up. It's going to be rotten flowers that the cows eat. The cows don't even want to eat these. They're so rotten, the cows don't want to eat them anymore. You see? So anyway, that was this week's reading. I'm working on a fantastic consultant. Okay, this consultant, I'm going to get serious because like I said, I'm a wordsmith. Wait. Oh, sorry about that. I'm a wordsmith. So I'm going to get serious. I just this morning, and I just wrote in the book, this is the book that I write in. This last consultant is called A Binding Free. I posted it today because I read at Johnny's place, and whatever. But I got a new one. I'm not going to tell you the title because I'm going to work on it like that. Well, let me show you real quick. It'll be backwards so you can't read it anyway. So I started a thing in this title. And the subtitle is An Ultimate Liberation Consaba. That's the subtitle. An Ultimate Liberation Consaba. I just wrote these two, like the title and the subtitle. I'm getting to work on this one. Oh, this is what keeps me going, right? New temples, right? New temples, they're not meant to be temples. They're like, how do you say it? They're like new, it's like a new poem, like that appears, people have to hear it, then it disappears. Just like these transmissions I do. Like, Third World, he's fortunate enough to see it live, right? Then it gets posted, he might see it again, right? I'm saying it's a he, could be a she. Third World, no gender specific. Look, Third World is experiencing this live. Now, he may be one of 3 people that see it. I'm sorry, Third World is one of 3 people that might see it. Gets in Third World's head. He's heard Third World, Now, what Third World does with it, I did my responsibility. I done did the transmission. Now, y'all do what you want. Talk to you later.